off and get us started. Welcome, everyone. We're happy to have John Gauchi here today from Apogee Commemoratives presenting to us a little video about the wonderful products that they offer to us through Apogee. And John, take it away.
Thank you, Betsy. Thank you and welcome everybody to Chasing Recognition Sales the Easy Way. We've been doing an awful lot of Zoom meetings lately because of COVID, obviously. So we want to make this as entertaining and as informative as possible. Like Betsy said, my name is John Gauchi. We are located, I work for Apogee Commemoratives. We're located in Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're proud members of AzPPA and just really appreciate the relationships that we have with the regional associations. So for 20 years, Apogee has been building recognition products and sold primarily through the promotional world. And things are good. We must say we're very, very grateful for the growth, and we're very grateful for all the support that we receive out there. The company was started by a guy by the name of Johnny. Is this guy? He's on the other side of that wall. In fact, he put up that wall just so he doesn't have to listen to me over and over and over again. I've known John for about 20 years. And 5 years ago, I asked him how business was, and he said, "Oh, you'd be great at this." Well, he told me a little bit about the company. It turns out that he was lying. Anyhow, let's get right to it. We're going to talk about the difficulty in selling recognition. Recognition is a difficult thing because, as you know, there's often a big, long sales cycle, right? You start talking about awards, and it's not another 5, 6, 8 months later that the awards are placed. So it's a lot of work for promotional products distributors, and we're very aware of that. We try to do as much of that work for you as we possibly can. We know that there are a ton of options out there when it gets to choosing whose awards you want to sell, and we want to just make it as easy as possible for you. So we like to say, if you put us in touch, if you bring us an opportunity, we want to do all the design work. We want to be as creative as possible and get you some virtuals and get you some designs that fit the budget and works very well. If we do one thing well, we come up with very, very unique designs that we hope your customers like. We have a saying that's, basically boring awards suck, right? So if you are tired of selling boring awards, well, we think you came to the right spot. And this is what happens when you come to the Apogee website. It says, hey, if you're tired of selling boring awards, well, you came to the right spot. And everything just looks a little bit different when you're at Apogee, and we want to try to make it easy and give you something that's not like the other awards. So if you come to us with an idea, somebody has a request for awards for a sales contest or something like that, just send us that email. We will come up with ideas. Chances are we've already done something like that for 15 different people. So if you just pass along the email, we'll create virtuals for you. If you have a logo, obviously that's probably the most important thing. We'll make those awards look exactly like that customer's position, make it look like that customer's brand so that you can impress them, all right? We want to do all the work for you. And if you have an idea of what your net should be, we're going to create awards that fit that. And having said that, let's talk a little bit about awards. Everybody knows that when it comes to awards, the most popular form of awards are plaques. And plaques, somebody say plaques? Plaques have been so boring for so long, and but it's very important to hang those things on the wall. So when it comes to plaques, we always say, well, here's a plaque. This looks a little bit different. Now, this is a bamboo plaque. This happens to be eco-conscious, but it also has a piece of recycled glass on it. Now that doesn't look like a typical plaque, and that's what people like. Here's a plaque that's pretty cool. This is a plaque that's done up in a shadow box. Isn't that cool? And it has a sublimated plate on it. We can do that in 4-color. We can do that in any size. Even though in our catalog, it shows this thing in 3 different sizes, we don't care what size you make it in. And it also comes with a very cool little thing like that, huh? Here's a plaque. This doesn't look like much of a plaque, but that's a very cool plaque, isn't it? Look at that. These things are all keyhole, but most of these plaques are also freestanding. Here's a plaque that's very popular. This is a piece of clear beveled glass that we paint black, and then we decorate. This one's decorated for the firemen. How about this plaque here? This is a plaque that's done up for the hole-in-one people. I don't know if they golf in Arizona, but just in case they do. Oh my gosh, let's talk about plaques that look a little bit different. How about this plaque here? This is a little bit industrial. People love to have something a little bit different. Now, we show this in the catalog in 2 sizes. We don't care what size you. By the way, what's the minimum order at Apogee? 1. Oh my gosh. If you can jump that hurdle, you can do business with us. Here's a plaque that looks completely different. Oh my gosh. I think the people at AzPPA know a little bit about what that plaque is, huh? Betsy, have you ever seen anything like that before? I should have made you bring that out. So,
that one is hanging on the wall here in my office.
I bet you it is, isn't it? We do want to make the awards look different. And again, if you bring us an opportunity and you need virtuals, if you don't get the virtuals created for you that day, we want to have you in possession of those virtuals by noon the next day. So we know that it needs to be quick. And that's a big deal for awards companies that, you know, you send them virtual, you send them an idea for virtual. You can't wait 3 days. You can't wait 4 days. You can't wait 5 days to get your virtuals back. You want them back as soon as possible so you can send them off to your client and say, hey, what do you think of this? Here's a good launch point. All right, let's talk about desk awards. We know that desk awards are just kind of the standard in this business, and we do want to make them look a little bit different. So let's just start off with this, give you some idea. Here's we call this the bendable aluminum thingy with glass on it. I don't know what they call that, but we show this in 1 size, but we don't care what size you make those in. Yeah, we do the typical glass stuff if you want, but we try to make them look a little bit different. Here's a desk award that's going to a architect firm, all the employees that were very instrumental in getting an architectural bid. Here's the actual shape of the building. This one's not finished yet, but we do it with bamboo, do it in the front and back, and then we shape the aluminum. Thank you very much for your hard work and your dedication in securing the project. How about this desk award? This is a bamboo sandwich here where we put it. And these are great for service awards here. It just carves out the 5-year service award. That looks a lot different. On the front of our catalog is an item called the Banner Award. And boy, is that popular. That Banner Award looks a little bit like this. Well, you know, and I know, as soon as you show something like this to your customer, they're going to say, well, it's a very cool award, but our colors are blue, and I need it to say champion, and I just need it to look like, and you're like, oh, well, what the heck? Let's do it. So here it is. Obviously, we can do the standard colors in acrylic, but if you need it done in a specific Pantone, we can do that as well by just taking clear acrylic. Well, then when your customer says, if I could only have an award like that that works good for my barbecue awards, you're like, oh, I got just the thing. Here's my barbecue award for, of course, we did UV imprint on there. We make that look like barnwood. Yeah, do I have anything else when it comes to that award? Just so you know, in the ideas book, when you see awards, you're going to see certain sizes available. But again, because we make everything to order, we don't care what size you want those in. We're going to do it. Here's an award that goes out to this company called Google. They wanted to do something with the, the getting gear, their code in, and boy, you can just see how we can make those things. And how about that poker tournament that won an award? Well, we did a double thick layer of Simstone and we carved out the poker award. This particular item is called the Echo Deco, and the reason it's the Echo Deco is because I think somebody will like the name of it. But you can just see, we did it in bamboo originally, but now this is for the Angus Breeders Association Best Small Herd of the Year, the Cormer James Ranch. So, we painted it black and we made it look like an Angus Breeders Association. Well, that works out great, but just think if your color's white, right? Now, this Echo Deco is so cool because it comes in bamboo, but we can do it in maple. We can do it in all different kinds of colors. I do really like this. We call this Rustic Champ. Now, again, you can get it in any size you want. This happens to be for the Manufacturers Association of Central Florida. Annual President's Dinner and Award presented to the Large Manufacturer of the Year. Now, this happens to be a bourbon manufacturer, so Betsy knows when you're having lunch, little bourbon. Damn, that is so good. But I do like that Rustic Champ, and awards need to look different. Oh, I like these. Here's an award we do for this group that goes out to Montana every year. And now you see we take this beetle kill pine, and there's the guy standing in Montana somewhere. That was a couple years ago. Here's the award that we did for him this year. Again, we just take that beetle pine and then we sand it clean and then we do the digital imprint. Isn't that cool? What do you think of that? Isn't that fun? Now, if you got a company that's just in love with their brand and they're not going to give away an award to anybody unless it looks exactly like their brand, we know how to do that, okay? So here's Sherwin-Williams. There's a 25 years of service award. Thank you very much, Susan, for your service. So we do the standard stuff, and of course you can do these kind of desk awards, but you can make them look exactly like you want them to look. And of course this one happens to have an eagle on it. We don't care if you want a cougar, if you want a kitty, if you want some kind of a dragon, not a problem. We make those look exactly like you need them to look. Okay, well, we talked about wall awards. We talked about desk awards. I think right now we should probably talk a little bit about this small category that we call desk swag. Desk swag is that stuff that sits on people's desks, the very, 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 very valuable real estate, right? And we always say, hey, if you customize it, if you personalize it, well, now you're going to hypnotize. And we talk about desk swag in a way, and this is going to be where everybody's going to want to write down my email address. I'm going to share my screen here. I'm going to hit the share screen button, and I'm going to take you to my website. On the Apogee website, when you scroll down on the front page, you're going to find this customized, personalized, hypnotized desk swag. And when you click on there, you're going to see all 4 of these desk swag items, okay? We've got the bamboo perch, we got the first glance, we got the Mondo Bodo, we got the traced upright. Now, the reason I show you that is because I want to go through these things one at a time. Here's the bamboo perch. We don't care what logo you put on top. I don't have the one with the tooth on it, but you can imagine if this one happens to be for the COVID response. Thank you for your support during such tough times. Here is the traced upright. You can just see how cool those little bamboo perches look when you put somebody's logo on them. Aren't they just funky? Okay, great. Here's the traced upright. You take the logo, you get it all cut, get it all perfect on top of there. Do I have another traced upright here? No, but that's a super popular. How about the first glance? Isn't that just groovy? This thing sits right on a desk, or it has also got a, this one's incomplete because it's supposed to have a white background on it. And then the Mondo Bodo. This one works great also as a wall sign. But when you can get these done one at a time, desk swag is a fun little category. But the reason we do it, the reason we do desk swag is for something called Swag It Forward. Okay, my email address is john.g@creativeawards.net. That's plural, creativeawards.net. If you've got a customer that doesn't do recognition with you right now, send me an email. Send me their logo. Give me their name. I'm going to create a desk swag item and send it to your client after you approve the proof at no charge. When that customer, when your client gets that desk swag, you think they're going to put that somewhere else on somebody else's desk? No, they're going to leave it right on their desk. Every time they look at that desk swag item, they're going to think about you. And you're going to tell them, next time you do awards, please think about me. I want to help you make them better. Next time you do awards, let me know. I'd love the opportunity to make your awards better. Next time you do awards, please, I'd love to show you some very cool awards. Eventually, maybe not this month, maybe not next month, maybe 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months down the year, they're going to say, Jane, yeah, I'm doing some awards. Can you give me a hand? Oh, you're going to say, I knew you were going to call me because you were looking at that desk swag item all that time. So please take advantage of Swag It Forward. It is an opportunity to get more opportunities, and we don't have enough opportunities in this world. There's $1 billion worth of recognition sales, recognition product sales every year in the promotional products industry. Get your share. Contact those clients that aren't doing recognition with you. Get their logo, send it to us, and nobody has abused this program. Only the promotional products distributors that have been using it very strategically. We're going to create a virtual. We're going to send it to the virtual to you. You're going to approve it, and we're going to send it directly to your client. If you want, you can do like a lot of distributor salespeople. They send us little thank you cards, or little cards that we put inside those orders. If you want us to send it to you and you can hand deliver it, you can do that too. Remember, these items are no charge. Yes, we are going to ship them on your account, but can you imagine if you were to strategically think about all the clients that do recognition, but not with you, in your territory, how many of those clients you're going to get to give you an opportunity? That's very substantial. So please, Swag It Forward. Let us know who we can send items to, and we're going to do it, okay? And Betsy, I'm sure there's a way they can contact you, or they can get a hold of me without having my email address, but please, let's do it. Okay, let's talk about something else here. Let's talk about tap handles, shall we? Tap handles are a fun little category. Right now, I've got so many different tap handles in design, and I only have some bamboo ones here right now, but tap handles are actually pretty funky little awards. Somebody's retiring after 45 years. I can't tell you how often we make a tap handle and they say, oh my God, give that guy a tap handle. What a great little thing. They're actually functioning tap handles. We do several different styles, but again, we'll do a custom one, and you can get it to look exactly like the tap handle that you want. I have conversation starters on all of these little categories. I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown. Obviously, all these conversation starters you can do with your own logo. Here's Custom Eco Awesome. Now we put your brand on the top of that. Welcome back ideas. I love that one. I'm not going to show you custom packaging just yet. I'm not going to show you that one just yet. I'm not going to show you that one. Oh, but I will show you reward and honor your staff. Here's a 2-page PDF for law enforcement, cops, sheriffs, firemen, ambulance, first responders. But if I was to really have a good organized approach here, what I would do is I would tell you to, here's a very popular conversation starter. Hey, stop the spread. Recognize the good. That's very important right about now, because recognition has played a vital role every single time we've recovered from a crisis. It's super important right now. Let's talk about perpetuals, shall we? Perpetuals. Oh, I got a good one. Here's a perpetual. We do want to make them look a little bit different. Here's something for the Delta Sky Clubs. Okay, you can see they send us a new name. They send us a new picture every month. And we put that picture on a sublimable plate, put it up there, and then we send them the new employee of the month. And that's a perpetual. That looks different, doesn't it? Can I get a yes? That does look different. People know that perpetuals also are available when it comes to desk awards. Well, here's a perpetual with 6, 9, 12, 18. If I could count by 6, I would tell you, but we can make these perpetuals look exactly like their brand. And here it is. There's a little employee of the month perpetual. But what stops everybody in their tracks when we're at a trade show are the puzzles. And there's a reason why the puzzles are on page 1 and page 2 of our catalog, because puzzles are pretty insane. I mean, can you imagine having a puzzle made, designed exactly for you? Now, a 12-piece puzzle works fantastic for Employee of the Month. January, February, March, 12th. But you might want to show them a 4-piece puzzle. You never know what they might want to use them for. Here's gold, platinum, silver, and bronze level, right? Well, the interesting thing about puzzles is that we also have the complementary individual piece. Look at, honey, I was the employee of the month. Perfect attendance, something. This is mine. I'm going to take it home. I'm going to put this on the mantle right next to your mom's ashes. Is that okay? You don't. Okay, puzzles. There's a category of awards. It's on page 16 of our catalog. They're called Double Vision Awards. And Double Vision Awards are a super popular item. I showed you this earlier, but we can custom cut anything out of there. And of course, we don't care what size you make these in. And these we can make fast. Almost 50% of the service awards that go out of here happen to be Double Vision Awards. They're awards that are done up with a custom shape and then the funky 4-color imprint on the back. So remember Double Vision. Okay, remember earlier too I said, oh, I'm not going to show you that flyer. Well, now I'm going to show you this flyer. It is custom branded signage, because some of these awards that we do work very, very well for wall signs. Now here's Salatari and Associates. This is the sign they hang outside their conference room, right? Here's the Analysis Lab sign. But anyhow, I have this conversation starter. If you've got businesses that are redecorating and they need a very affordable option for their interior signage, please think of Apogee. We have custom branded signage, and these are just a small example of what we got. Okay, well, I think I would be making a mistake if I didn't talk a little bit about custom packaging. We have custom packaging that we been doing here at Apogee for about 10 years. Often, we're the last piece in the chain to touch a product. Somebody's getting a plaque, a pen, and a money clip, or whenever you're kitting, you know what's going into these kits. Well, the mad scientist of engineering and design, Johnny Z, who sits on the back side of that wall, he went out and bought a custom vacuum former. And what he does, and this has a pen in it, and this has a little badge clip, but he can make a custom form in about 20 minutes. And boy, does that come in handy when you need to put a shot glass, you know, for Betsy's bourbon, and a key ring or a money clip into a box. And we even paint that, we can even decorate that box the way you need it decorated, please keep us in mind when it comes to custom packaging. You know, we have a standard $150 design fee on this, but when you need 20, 30, 50, 60, 80, 100 pieces, you probably aren't paying anything for the design. And you can get that design done the next day, right? So there's custom packaging. Give you an idea of some of the other awards that you see out there. We do an awful lot of race awards. I don't know if anybody does any racing in Arizona or Utah, probably. Well, I mean, supposedly. But, you know, we even put the logo on the bottom there so you can see. But this is the second place award. You can see the 2 is cut in there. They don't let me hold the second place, the first place, only the second place. Well, there's an awful lot to talk about. There's an awful lot to digest. That's about 30 minutes. I really appreciate it. Please, if you want to swag it forward and send your clients a little gift and hopefully get an opportunity out of them to improve their recognition, let me know. I'd love to help you. AzPPA, thank you very much. Hope to hear from you. Betsy, you're awesome. What else should we do? Say goodbye?
Thank you, John. I think that was fascinating. I love the pace at which you present because it really does keep everybody engaged and so many creative new ideas. It was really wonderful to see the variety of options that you can offer through Apogee. So yes, thank you. And we're very glad to have you participate. And we'll look forward to talking to you again down the road. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye, AzPPA.